Hey everybody, this video is part of our full-length The Onside Kick podcast. You can find that on Blog Talk Radio, iTunes. You can pretty much find it anywhere, so we don't care where you listen. Just stick around and check it out. All right, so next, let's talk about the Chicago Bears. That's our team here that we love at Most Valuable Podcasts.
Unless our fans couldn't tell.
Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, we're in Chicago.
Yeah. Yep.
Biggest Bears fan, of course, is Ricky Widmer. Loves the Bears. So what I kind of want to talk about is really just this question, and I'll just bluntly pose it to you. Can the Bears do better than they did last year?
I mean, define. Are we talking win-loss? Or are we just talking like?
I think
do they look like they've got a shot?
Does something look better?
Is there any hope
let's go
left?
win-loss first.
Win-loss. What did we get last year? Like 4? 3?
Yep, 3-13.
Well, I mean, we faced the Browns and the Niners, so
you got 2 maybe.
There's a chance. Can I go even? I'm just
same old.
I think we're a 3-win team unless something dramatically changes. And like, I mean, if we start knocking out quarterbacks in the locker room with a crowbar, yeah, we got a shot.
Yeah.
That's my best strategy right there.
Get the emergency quarterback.
Go Tanya Harding on them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. They'll cry like Nancy Kerrigan. I think that I look at this schedule, and I don't want to read everything to everybody. You guys can look up the schedule. But you have the Falcons, you got the Buccaneers, you got the Steelers, you got the Packers. Then you had the Vikings. Fortunately, it's a home game. And then you get the Ravens. And I know you were saying while you were first looking through this that that's probably the first game you can win against the Ravens.
Okay, legitimately, we probably have a shot against the Vikings.
It depends what Vikings team shows up.
Yeah, again, they were scary weeks 1 through 5 last year. So, I mean, hey, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, the Ravens, I think just because of the fact that they're so inconsistent, they're a very, very good team if they want to be. They're not at that every week, though. No,
they're not. And it's the kind of thing where what are they going to get? Are they going to get back to the days of having Joe Flacco, Torrey Smith-like connection, the days of a Ray Lewis defense, or is it going to be Mark Trestman era shit-tasticness? And it's going to be tough. I mean, I agree with you that the 49ers and the Browns are 2 winnable games. The problem for the 49ers that makes me nervous is Brian Hoyer going to be their quarterback? Is Matt Barkley going to be their quarterback?
Barkley is coming back for revenge.
Exactly. Is it going to inspire them to play the game of their life and all of a sudden, the Bears lose that one? I jokingly say that there very realistically could be an 0-16 season, but there's not that many. There's like
any given Sunday we could win a game.
Yeah, right. You can win one somewhere. Well, the Bears are very good at surprising somebody.
That's true. It's very true. I mean, we always used to play like Dallas super close, regardless of who was on our team. Fortunately, we don't have them this year. So who's our new pick? I mean, maybe if we get lucky, like the Saints, Drew Brees will be injured by the time we go up against the Saints. Otherwise, it's going to be a scary season, and I think I'm just going to refocus myself. It's not about the win-loss mark.
Yeah.
It's all about seeing potential, and I'm hoping a lot of turnover on this roster this offseason. We're going to see a lot of healthy guys back coming up, and a whole lot of, please God, I hope we're as good as we thought we would be.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, please God, I hope you're listening up there.
I mean, that too.
Need a win. I think that definitely it's... I hate to say it because I feel like we said it a lot last year. It's the test for a lot of these players. Like Glennon, for example, which his deal, as much as people like to complain about it, essentially it's like a 2-year prove-it type of contract for him. So he'll have his opportunity to prove it. And the Chicago Bears might have another quarterback out there. I mean, remember, we're recording this before the draft. For all we know, they drafted a quarterback.
It's possible.
We'll find out in the future.
And if we don't, we can always suck next year and go get Darnold.
And get another quarterback, yeah. That's what 0-16 will buy you.
Yes, it will.
So, I mean, you have certain things like that. You have the defense, which I'm sure, without a doubt, Chicago Bears are going to get some good defensive players.
Yeah, I mean, we have a knack for, and even outside of the draft, it's just, think of how many players are coming back potentially healthy. And that's the thing is, like, I think we were, the most injured or, like, the top 3 most injured team in the NFL by the end of the season. So, I think there's a lot of guys who we're going to see come back, play healthy, and maybe they'll surprise us. Maybe we'll have a defense this year. Maybe we'll be able to keep in games.
Yeah. The Bears were closer. They were close in a lot of games, and they had a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. Like, as much as I want to say we were just awful all last year, but we played teams close enough to give me hope, which I think was more of a slap in the face.
Yeah, which is worse, really, when it comes down to it, as watching as a fan. But in this type of standpoint, I expect a lot of that as well. The hard thing is going to be that tough line for someone like John Fox. Ryan Pace, as much as people are going to probably want to throw him under the bus that the Chicago Bears have a losing season, Ryan Pace is safe. He's not going anywhere. It's GM. It's John Fox that's kind of the concern, and can he survive another losing season? Fortunately, all he's got to do is win like 5 games, and he is better. And in that case, I think you probably would give him another year.
Yeah.
But if he's under 500, there's going to be a lot of people calling for his head. They were already calling for his head this offseason. So,
I think the thing comes down to is, like, can he develop young talent? Because his whole thing is he's good with teams and he can get them to the playoffs and have success there. But him with a really young team and a lot of turnover kind of is a big question mark to me. And I don't know if he's that rebuilder kind of a coach. I feel like he's the guy who can kind of get you there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely had his success getting teams to that next level, getting them to the Super Bowl, not quite winning the Super Bowl. So I don't know. Maybe that'll make some fans happy in that case. Of hey, the next guy, maybe he'll win us a Super Bowl like it happened in Denver.
Oh,
let's just get an old coach that nobody.
I hear that Cutler guy's
really
available
loved.
As a quarterback too, right? Like he's an old quarterback.
Yeah, we'll take him.
He's got injuries. Same thing, like equal to Peyton Manning, right?
Yeah,
same guy pretty much.
Yeah, why not? Mike Glennon's tall. Peyton Manning was also tall. Maybe that'll work. I think when I first looked at this schedule, though, it really did not give me much hope for the Chicago Bears to win much. But hell, they are still a rebuilding team. So, like you're saying, if they show enough to make you happy-ish, to show you promise, and can get a good draft pick, that's not the worst thing in the world.
I think in all honesty, we're probably like a 4 or 5 win team at best. And like you said, I think 0-16 is a little harsh. I think we can squeak out at least 1 win minimum.
You play the Browns, so.
We play the Browns, we play the Niners. Shit, if the Eagles are having a bad game,
Bengals weren't too good last year.
Yeah.
They're on there. Neither were the Lions.
And of
course, they were 8-8, but
Vikings super easy game.
Or 9-7. I'm sorry. Vikings is the easiest.
Got that New Year's Eve game.
Yeah, you want to talk about an 0-16 team? You look at this Vikings team right there. That's a shit-tastic team.
Hi, Ricky.
Yeah, same with the Packers. They suck too. I think for anybody who disagrees with us, they can of course let us know. I don't expect too much out of the Chicago Bears next year. And maybe that's a good thing, because maybe they'll surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so if we're not counting wins and losses, we're just going off hope. I mean, what do you want to see out of players? Like, who are some players who you expect? I'm not knowing the draft is shitty, but...
Yeah, I want to see some guys who are currently on the Chicago Bears. I want to see players be healthy. I want to see them not get hurt. I mean, that's the easy thing right there. I want to see Kevin White be there for 16 games. On the flip side of that, to talk about not getting hurt, I want to see a quarterback who's there for 16 games. I don't remember the last time that happened.
That'd be a shocker.
It would be so nice to have somebody who's healthy, who's available, because I don't really want to see Mark Sanchez have to play as a big part of it. So that would be something good. It's really just, I would be okay with the Chicago Bears offense not being that great if the Chicago Bears defense becomes good.
If we can trade back a little bit.
Yeah, if we can go back to those old days.
The thing is, like, Jordan Howard, like, the kid's a stud already, and I don't think anyone saw it coming. The level of production behind let's be honest, we don't have a great offensive line, but we've got an okay one.
Yeah, it's all right.
So, I mean, if we focus the offense mostly around him, and, if we get some decent level of quarterback play, I don't think it's out of like craziness. I'm going to say, we definitely can compete in most games because when you have a running back who, what do you have last season? Like 1,800 all-purpose yards, something absolutely crazy like that. I mean, it's just like he was such a focal point for this team. Yeah. And now going from game 1 and doing that versus when he came in partially way through the season, right?
Maybe game 3.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can really game plan for him and really to set him up for success. I think one thing I want to see is a lot of his usage and then getting our tight ends involved because wide receiver, we just suck. Like, be honest, watching last season, watching all those drop
It was
catches,
sad.
I felt like you, me, and Ricky were better like 3-man core wide receiver than the 3 guys on the Bears. Like Cam Meredith, maybe. Like he'll be our 1, and then us 3 out there. We'll be fine. So
Yeah.
I've given up most
Same
hope
production.
on
Same production than the core last year.
But I think tight end is a position where we've got some guys who have shown a little bit, and I think that we could definitely get some better production out of them.
Yeah, you improve that offensive line, you get something in the secondary, and all of a sudden the team becomes a lot better. Not to mention, of course, they got to get a better pass rush going on.
Yeah.
But speaking of Jordan Howard, we'll move on to our next topic. But let us know down below in the comments section if there is anything about the Chicago Bears that we missed. What are your kind of predictions? Remember, we recorded this before the draft, so we couldn't talk about those new rookies. But, how's the season going to go? Give us a record down below, but give us what you need to see to feel good about next season besides the record.
We don't believe in numbers around here.
Yeah, numbers, forget it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And don't worry, there is plenty more where that came from. You guys can check it out right over here. Click that video, start watching it, and just stick around on Most Valuable Podcasts.